exciting time of the year, but this year it's even more exciting. And there it stands. Just waiting for us to get on and finish the job. We've been living on the farm here for what, 40 years, so it's a long time, and we've never had a proper house. And in 1998 I applied to the local council and I said, look, we need to have a house to live in. We've got a lot of animals to look after, we have to be here. And they said, well, fair enough, put in a planning application. So we put in a planning application and they never answered it. We waited and we waited, they never answered. For 2 years they still hadn't answered. So we'd been married for 2 years by then. We didn't have a house, we were living in a farm building. And by then Linda was expecting Harry, our little boy. I say little boy, he's 15 now. 15 years ago that was. And so because they wouldn't answer our planning application, we had to do something. So we looked into it and we found that you didn't have to have planning permission to build a house. You could build whatever you wanted, wherever you like. But the law that they've made says if they don't tell you to knock it down within 4 years, then after that is something they can do nothing about, and it becomes a house that can stay there forever.
The 4-year rule was basically that if you've built something unlawful and it's not been noticed by the council, after a period of 4 years, no enforcement action could be taken.
And what we found out was that there is no law that says you can't hide it. So we thought, how can we hide a house? And then I thought, well, I've always got stacks of straw on the farm. So we thought if we had a big enough stack of straw, we could hide the house behind the straw. Well, I told you that if you build without planning permission, you have a risk that if the council don't like it, they can ask you to demolish it. So we thought that if they found it while we were building it or before the 4 years had gone by, we hoped it would be something they would like. So we tried to build a very beautiful house that Surrey could be proud of. But while we were building it, because the turrets are round, because of the grain silos, it seemed that it already looked a bit like a castle. So we thought, well, an Englishman's home is his castle, isn't it? And there are some archaic sort of laws that say you should be allowed to build a castle. But there's one other very good reason, and that is that I've got my princess, and this is my princess. And if you have a princess, then you have to have a castle.
15 years ago, Robert Fiddler built a majestic family home to be proud of when he constructed this mock Tudor castle in the heart of the Surrey Greenbelt behind a wall of hay.
I can remember being asked to draw my house in play school, and my mum and dad taking me out because they thought I was going to draw a haystack. I've lived here all my life. I've had a lot of memories here. I couldn't imagine living anywhere else. It means a lot to me.
But castle building in the Greenbelt is never straightforward. And it wasn't long before the local planners declared war on Robert's family fortress.
The council immediately put an enforcement order on it for it to be removed.
And so began a planning battle which would last for the next 9 years.
I don't know what's up with them. Obviously they don't like me, but I've never done anything to hurt them. Obviously we're very proud of our home. We built it together. We didn't have any help from anybody else. But on the other hand, we've lived here for 15 years and we've enjoyed every minute of living here. So we're very happy, we've enjoyed it. Do we feel sad about it? Of course we don't like the idea of losing it, but I'm sure we'll move on and do something else and find a better place to live, even better than this perhaps.
Yeah, I think we've been through so many court cases now that we're very aware that the justice system isn't all that it should be. So the sooner we get out of all of the court systems, the better, and move on with our lives, because we're not going to win, because it's not about right and wrong, it's just about them wanting their way. So.
We know that we didn't break any laws, we know that we didn't do anything wrong, so as far as we're concerned, we've nothing to answer to. If they decide that they can't handle that and they want to demolish it, then they'll have to answer to God for that, and we'll leave that to him.